Well, hello, boys and girls. I'm Sister Lisa.
And I'm Sandy.
And I'm Mark. And today we're going to tell you a story about Jesus. About he's not in the grave.
He's alive.
That's right. And Mark and Sandy are going to do a little scavenger hunt. And they're going to help find in the Bible some of the different things that happened. But first I'd like to say hello
to your grandkids.
That's right, to my grandkids. Israel and Judah and Gracelyn and Jeremiah.
Happy Easter, you guys.
That's right, happy Easter. Jesus is alive, Resurrection Sunday. But I'm going to tell you this story. I'm going to listen, and then they're going to help you do something, okay? The hours dragged slowly for the Roman soldiers who guarded Jesus' grave. No one had come. Perhaps they laughed at the Jews for being afraid. As dawn came, the ground began to tremble. Another earthquake had come. The frightened soldiers saw a mighty angel come down, roll the stone from the grave, and set upon it. The angel's face was like lightning, and his garments was as white as snow. The soldiers fell to the ground, trembling and helpless, and lay there as if they were dead. As soon as they were able, they fled into the city to report to Jesus' enemies. When the women came to the garden, they found the grave empty. At first they did not see the angel, and they wondered who had stolen the body of their Lord. Mary Magdalene ran to tell Peter and John that Jesus' body had been taken away. After Mary had gone, the other women saw an angel in the tomb. They were afraid and bowed themselves to the ground. The angel said, "Do not be afraid. Why are you seeking the living among the dead? Jesus is not here. He is risen, as he has said. Go quickly and tell his disciples and Peter that he is alive and will meet them in Galilee." The women ran from the place, filled with joy yet trembling with excitement and fear. The good news seemed too wonderful to be true. Still they believed and hurried to tell the disciples and other friends. The disciples could not believe the glad message. Peter and John ran to see for themselves. When they had come to the tomb, they found no one, but they saw the grave clothes that Joseph had wrapped around Jesus' body. Peter and John were sure now that Jesus was alive once more. Now, before I turn the page, let's see. What some of the things you can find in the Bible, Sandy? What are some things?
I see an empty grave.
That's right, an empty grave.
I see an angel at the tomb.
That's right, there's an angel at the tomb. What else?
The disciples didn't believe, and they ran to see for themselves that empty grave.
That's right. They had to see for themselves. Okay, I've got to turn the page. I hold Mark like a baby, so I turn the page. He can't even talk like that, because I know he's thinking stuff.
Hurry up, Sister Lisa.
That's right. Mary Magdalene had not stayed in the garden long enough to hear the angel's message. Now she returned, longing to find where her Lord had been taken. Entering the garden again, she stood by the empty grave and she wept. Then she stooped down, looked into the grave, and she saw two angels. One was sitting at the head and the other at the foot where Jesus' body had been.
Oh, Mary Magdalene returned to the garden and stood by the empty grave and wept.
Well, that's true. That's something else.
And then she saw the two angels, one at the head and one at the foot, where Jesus' body had been buried.
That's right. That's right. You can find all kinds of stuff in the Bible if you just go looking. Hey, there's some more. Yes, I had to hold Mark like a baby again.
Thank you, Sister Lisa.
That's right. He's always happy when he's not being held like a baby. So Mary Magdalene, she saw that angel. She saw those angels. And then they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" And she replied, "Because they've taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." Then she turned around. She saw Jesus himself standing near. But tears were blinding her eyes. Something was different. She did not even know who he was. He too asked, "Why do you weep?" Supposing him to be the gardener that took care of everything, she said, "Sir, if you've carried away my Lord, tell me where you have laid him." Then Jesus said, "Mary," and she knew his voice. What glad joy filled Mary's heart. She fell at his feet and cried, "Master." Jesus said, "Go at once and tell my friends that I will ascend to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." While these things were happening, the soldiers were telling the chief priests what had taken place in the garden. The chief priests were greatly alarmed. They quickly called Jesus' other enemies and all wondered what to do. They offered the soldiers much money if they would promise to tell no one that Jesus had risen or that an angel had opened the tomb. The Roman soldiers cared nothing about the Jews and their religion. They gladly took the money and went away. And when they were questioned about the disappearance of Jesus' body, they said the disciples had stolen it while they slept. But we know that Mary There's number 7 of the scavenger hunt. Mary thinks that Jesus is the gardener and says, "Sir, if you've carried away my Lord, tell me where you have laid him." But what does Jesus do? Jesus says, "Mary." And she knew his voice, and she fell to his feet and cried, "Master." So boys and girls, there's all kinds of exciting things to do in the Bible. Not just at Easter time, not just at Christmas time, not just at any special, every day's a special day when you get out the Word of God. It's the greatest mysteries. The greatest. It's not fiction, but like science fiction stories. But this isn't science fiction, but it's truth. It's science nonfiction. And you find in here, you find all kinds of stories about Jesus and his disciples and about his miracles. So boys and girls, he's not dead. He's alive. Jesus is alive. And I have over here, I'm going to show you. I wasn't sure if I was going to show you, so I had it laying over there. But anyway, see right here? This was my cinnamon roll this morning. Cinnamon bread. Anyway, I thought it looked, looks like a little tomb, and you roll away the stone. See? He's not there. Jesus is not there. He's alive. He's alive forevermore. Well, God bless you. You have a wonderful day. Love you.